Everyone has their own demons, from the natural to the supernatural. What is it you fear the most? Let's bring it to life tonight. Turn off those lights, get into bed, and see it all. This is the story of rot. Everyone hates mold, or at least those who aren't taking penicillin. But for the most part, everyone hates mold, especially the mold that was overtaking the small town of Enterbury. It was a small coastal town, so they were used to the excess wetness. But this was something new. If it touched you, the skin would melt away. Or maybe a better way of putting it was the mold would graft to the skin. It would consume you. Some had compared it to the southern weed kudzu, only with much more horrifying complications. Some had even been consumed by it overnight, their petrified and rotting bodies laying in their beds, sitting in their chairs, huddled on the ground, like a modern-day Pompeii. Fire didn't kill it. Neither did pills. Some strains liked the dark, and others liked the light. But it had the same result in the end. There was nothing to be done except ignore it and contain it since the disbanding of the National Health Committee. And then one person survived it. Matthew was an HVAC worker who liked what he did, until the day he encountered the mold as well. As he was working in the tight space, it got on his glove, and he didn't notice. Even once he was back into the light, it wasn't very visible on the glove. It could have even been dust. Matthew didn't notice, and he didn't recognize it. When he took the glove off, it got on his hand and quickly spread, the heat and dampness on his skin helping it along. He only noticed it when he realized his hand was numb and got a flashlight on it. His stomach dropped, trying to swipe it away with a cloth. It didn't react. It continued creeping up his arm. "Dude, help," he yelled to his older coworker. The older man looked over and went pale when he realized what he was seeing. He blurted the first thing that came to mind. "The mold, I think we need to cut it off. Cut off your arm." Matthew shook his head. "You're joking. There's no damn cure for it. It's your arm or your life, man." "Oh, God." Matthew looked down at his arm. "No way." Chop, never mind. "You fucking do it then." Matthew wasn't being serious. The older man hesitated for a second before cautiously walking up to him, taking another look at what was spreading up his arm. He hesitated, looking at the younger man with a look of pity and sympathy and masked fear. Silently, he took his flashlight and knocked him over the head, and then, while he had a second, crudely cut the arm off with his knife and shears. Matthew woke up screaming and bleeding, but he was alive. He was the first to survive it.